Hello, my gorgeous friends. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. I want to start off this video by saying, A, the other day, Friday, I made a Vinyasa practice and you guys seem to really like it. So this is going to be another Vinyasa. B, subscribe. Please subscribe. It would make me so happy. And like and comment and let me know what you guys want to see. And C, I think that's all I have. So let's get started. We're gonna get started in a forward fold. It might sound a little bit funny, but the other day I did it in my practice and it was so lovely. The feet are gonna come hip width. If this is the first thing that you're doing all day, first movement, keep a nice generous bend in your knees. This might feel like a lot, but our hamstrings are so tight all the time. If your hamstrings are not tight, I'm very jealous. I like to keep a nice little bend in my knees, especially because I just worked out. And hang your arms heavily, however feels comfortable for you. No tension on the neck. Gently tuck the chin into the chest. Find that breath in and out through the nose. Sometimes I'll leave a moment of silence in these videos or in a practice, and in my head I'm thinking, oh, I need to talk, I need to fill the space, I need to fill the silence. So many people are so uncomfortable with silence, but it's really nice to just be able to be in silence. You know, it's hard when thoughts come up in our minds and make us feel uncomfortable. We want to make those thoughts go away. We want to be entertained. We want something else to fill the space where those thoughts are. And I think so much of the time we need that silence and that stillness in order to work through whatever it is we need to work through. Catch the elbows with the hands. I like to catch the elbow creases with the opposite hands. If you can see what I'm doing here, that feels really nice. Rock a little left to right. Just dissipate any tension that's coming up in that back body. Sometimes my legs will shake in this position. I know I'm not the only one. My hamstrings are so tight and my body's saying, this is too much. But when we get to that point, we just need to breathe. So often when we get to those points, we hold our breath and then we create these holding patterns in our bodies, when in reality we can dissipate them with the breath. We just have to stay present and stay conscious. Shake the head yes and no. And come to center, keeping the hands and the elbow creases are on the elbows. Draw the elbows closer towards the mat. Keep that chin tucked into the chest. Release the hands. You can butterfly the wrists or just let them hang heavily. A couple more breaths. Generously bend the knees, tuck the pelvis, and roll up slowly to ragdoll. The head will come up last. Arms come down by the side into Samasthiti or Tadasana. Rock a little forward and back, finding your center. And heel toe the feet together. Inhale the arms overhead, palms press. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, halfway lift. Walk the feet to the back of the mat. Knees come down, setting up for a half chaturanga. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower, keeping those elbows in by the ribs. Inhale, up. One more. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. 1 foot at a time back into high plank, and press back into downward facing dog. If you feel in this downward facing dog you'd like to walk your dog, bend your left knee, bend your right knee. Please do so. From downward facing dog, bring the forearms close to the floor and just scoop through into upward facing. Gaze forward and to the right. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Forward and to the left. Back forward. Tuck the chin into the chest. Roll back into downward facing. Right heel comes up, hips stay square, and right leg lunges in between those hands. Left heel turns in. Coming up with your hands on your hips, setting up for warrior one. Square those hips towards the front. Keep weight into that back knife edge of that left foot. Inhale the arms up overhead. Release, bring the arms behind the back, clasp the hands. Inhale, gentle back bend. And exhale, bow in for humble warrior. Keep engaging that lunge with the right leg. Lifting that inner arch of the back foot. Stay strong through the right big toe mound. And keep breathing. Keep the hands clasped, coming back up. Straighten that right leg. Turn your left foot out just a little bit more to square it to the side. Inhale the arms out. Exhale the warrior two. You can widen your stance if you need to. I need a little bit wider stance. Try to keep that spine as straight as possible. Tendency is to lean forward when we come into warrior. Keep breathing. Keep the arms strong. Straighten that right leg and come into your triangle. I like to start with my hand on my shin so I don't go into too much depth. Straight to start off. Come back up. Re-engage that warrior two. And windmill coming into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Same thing, other side. Lift that left heel up, left foot lunges in between those hands. Right heel turns in. Hands come on the hips, squaring the hips forward. Inhale, arms up into warrior one. Clasp the hands behind the back, gentle back bend. And exhale, fold in, bow in, humble warrior. Keep engaging that lunge on the left side. Pressing through the knife edge of that right foot. Keep the hands clasped. Come up, straighten that left leg. Turn the right foot out just a little bit. Arms come out and engage into warrior two. If you need to widen that stance, widen that stance. Find that breath. Straighten that left leg. Left hand comes down, coming into triangle. Breathe. Gaze can come up if it's accessible to your neck. If you have a little more depth, breathe into a little bit more depth. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, re-engage the warrior two. And windmill into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Take a moment here. Just a couple breaths. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Look between the hands. Walk or jump. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. That jump was so weak. Inhale. Palms press overhead. Exhale to the heart. Did you see that jump? It was terrible. Inhale, forward, up and back. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Lift that right foot up nice and high. Spiral open those hips. Left heel's high off the mat. Left heel comes down. Right heel comes towards that glute. Open up those hips. Come forward, right knee to the nose. Inhale back. Right knee, right elbow. Inhale back. Right knee, left elbow. Inhale back. Right knee down. Inhale the left toes high. Right heel high. Right heel comes down. Left heel comes towards that glute. Spiral open those hips. Try to keep those shoulders as square as possible. Left knee to the nose. Push back. Left knee, left elbow. Push back. Left knee, right elbow. Push back. Left heel down. Bring into the downward facing. Inhale forward into plank. Left hand underneath that chin. Spin over into side plank. You can stay here. You can grab the big toe with the peace fingers. I'm just going to stay here today. Big movement. That right leg comes to the inside of that left foot. Left knee comes down. Press the palms up overhead. Back foot should be down, not toes tucked. That was my bad. Inhale back. Exhale to the heart. Frame that right foot. Back toes tuck. Left knee lifts into pyramid. From pyramid, coming into a standing split. All that weight's on your right foot. Right hand can cup the back of that right foot. Left hand comes out like a kickstand. Engaging the glutes on the left side. Pointing that left toe. Slowly coming back into a high lunge. Framing that right foot. Kick the right leg high. And right foot comes down. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Come forward, high plank. Side plank on the right side. Right palm plants. This bra is not working. If you took the big toe on the other side, take the big toe on this side. If not, just stay. Just relax. Keep pressing those hips up. Keep breathing. Big movement. Left foot comes inside that right hand. Right knee comes down. Top of the right foot comes down. Inhale the arms up and back. Whoa. Hands to the heart. Frame that left foot. Right leg up into pyramid. Inhaling, exhale, fold in. Shift the weight to that left foot. Standing splits. Left hand can come to the back of that left foot. Right hand can come out like a kickstand. Gauge the glutes on the right side. Right leg comes back into that high lunge. Left leg comes up. And left leg comes down into downward facing dog. Inhale forward. Exhale chaturanga. Inhale upward facing. Exhale Adho Mukha Svanasana. Ooh, that was a good sequence. Come forward into high plank. Knees come down underneath the hips. Point the toes back. I hope you can see me. I know the lighting's a little bit funny right now. Sit in your seat, take some water. Hands come outside the hips. Sit onto the right hip. We always sit on the left hip. Roll onto your butts and lay back. If you know me, you already know what's next. Fetal position on the left side. Left hand comes on top of that right thigh. Right arm comes out and up. Gaze is over to the right. You already knew this was coming. Gaze up, knees back into the body. Rock a little left to right and then switch sides. Fetal position on the right. Right hand comes on top of that left thigh, left arm comes up. Gaze comes to the left. Gaze comes up, knees come up, rock a little left to right. Feet come up into Supta Dandasana. Try to keep your legs as straight as possible. Little bend in the knees. Bring your arms out to a T. Drop your legs over to the right as they are. Slow and with control. If you can reach, you can grab the outside of that left foot and gaze out to the right. I mean left. This is left. This one's so nice. I definitely don't do this one enough. Gaze comes up. Press the back of that right hand into the floor, mat, wherever you are, and slowly, with all that core strength, lift your legs back up to neutral. Take a breath. Same thing on the other side. Drop the legs as they are over to the left, slow and with control. And if you've got it, you can grab the outside of that right foot with the left hand and gaze out to the right. Press the back of that left hand into the mat or the floor, and slow and with control, with all your strength. Bring the legs back to neutral. Hug the knees into the body, rock a little left to right before you come into Savasana. I'm not even on my mat. There we go. Feet come to the outer corners of the mat, palms face up. Take a scan of your body and relieve any tension you might be holding. Maybe you're clenching the jaw. Maybe you're clenching your glutes. Maybe you're furrowing your brow. Maybe your shoulders are tense. And after you've done this inventory, just take rest. If you'd like a longer Savasana, just pause this video. Take as long as you need. If not, start to bring some more breath, subtle movement to the body. Wiggle fingers and toes. And when the time feels right, inhale the arms up overhead, point the toes away. And exhale, hug the knees into the chest. Rock forward and back as many times as you need to come up to seated. Keep the eyes closed if you can. Come into a comfortable seat. Hands come to the heart center. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to contribute today. Thank you for joining me. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for giving me that chance. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. I greatly and deeply appreciate you, and I hope to see you soon. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. This was so fun. This is always so fun. I feel like today I was much more mellow than I was the other day. The other day I was hyped up. This morning I was hyped up, but then I did a leg workout, which got me less hyped up because now I'm just tired. But that was lovely. I'm so happy that you joined me. If you didn't hear me in the beginning, you should subscribe. I would really, really appreciate if you subscribed, if you followed me on Instagram. Everything is in the link that's in my YouTube, I think. I'll double check. And if you listen to my podcast, I have a podcast too, if you didn't know. And let me know what you want to see. And that's all I've got. Thank you so much for being with me. I hope you have a beautiful day. I love you so much. Mwah.